Hi, I'm in the process at the moment of creating a new program, but I couldn't wait until it was ready before sharing it with you. This is something for me that is becoming a really, really significant part of my everyday life, my behaviour, the way I'm thinking, the way I'm feeling, and the way I'm interacting with others as I go through day-to-day living. And I've been reading a lot about this over recent years, and it's really coming now to fruition as I kind of practice this journey myself. And it's the concept of creating great habits at the start of every day. And I've created this little model, which I am going to share with you in a lot more detail when I release the program in the spring. The idea behind the model is that it's very, very simple. No, it literally is simple. Simple, S-I-M-P-L-E, for me stand for a number of really, really important elements that begin every day that I live. If you're one of these people who starts their day from the perspective of I wake up in the morning, the alarm goes off, I'm like bunny in the headlights, and then I have to run headlong into my day. I grab a piece of toast, I run for the bus, and I'm beholden to everything in the external environment, then there could be a better way. A lot of authors, speakers, spiritual teachers, and experts in the subject of mindfulness, they consistently talk about building great habits at the start of the day. Now, for some people, these habits can be created, if you like, from a very early start in the day when you try to get as much as you can done before everybody wakes up, all the way through to beginning a day on your terms. And that, for me, is my preferred angle. So one of the things that I will be covering in the program is the whole idea and concept that your day starts with you, and it really should start with you. It shouldn't start with you serving others, because I particularly like when you fly on an aircraft and they're doing the safety announcement and comes on and says, put on your own oxygen mask before helping others. And I think that's a really powerful analogy that just for me kind of typifies how best to start the day. Because if you're not best prepared for yourself, if you're not in a situation or a scenario where you're feeling very comfortable within yourself, how you've prepared for the day, how you're going to behave, what your intentions are, what you're looking to get from your day, because of course every single day is so valuable because we're never going to have it again. And for me, that constant reminder of the importance and the value of daily life really reminds me every single morning when I wake up that I have to take that opportunity to reflect on where I am, understand how I'm feeling, and in a very simple way, using a number of very simple little habits that you can develop very, very easily. You don't have to be spending hours and hours as you prepare for your day. This is something you can achieve and do in quite a straightforward way, even in a very, very busy and hectic life. And often, actually, if we're in a very, very busy and hectic life, those are the times when we really need to be doing this the most. So simple for me starts with stretch. I do a short yoga practice in the morning to in effect wake up my body, to get the oxygen moving, to stretch, see how I'm feeling physically for the day ahead. And often you can identify if there are any sort of weaknesses or issues that are going to be starting. Maybe you're feeling a little off colour, maybe you have a little cold or something developing, or maybe you've had an injury from some kind of activity that you've undertaken. And it's all about reflecting and seeing where you are with those stretches, and maybe yoga practice if you do yoga. And I find that's a really nice sort of physical start to the day that helps me to balance and see kind of really where I am on a sort of nice sort of steady plane, if you like, before we start on some of the more sort of thoughtful and sort of thinking and mental processes. Second thing I do in simple, S-I, so the I is for intention. So I set a number of very, very clear intentions for my day. And those intentions are set for others, for me, for the activities that I know are coming up in my calendar. And it enables me to create a nice focus. And the intention isn't I'm out there to sort of be competitive or to win at anything. It's a focus on intending my behaviours, so intending on how I'm going to be around the people I'm due to encounter. intending on what I'm looking to get from the day, and keeping it very, very simple. These are not great, lengthy thought processes. It's about very much sort of going inside yourself and thinking, okay, what is my intention for today? What is it I'm looking to achieve with the opportunity of time that I have available? The next thing that I have is M, so S-I-M for in simple. The M is for meditation, and I just take a moment for me. And the moment for me is very much around the whole idea of not thinking, not going anywhere, not chasing anything, just literally sitting calmly and quietly, focusing on my breathing, focusing on relaxing my body, just aligning myself physically and mentally and emotionally, and beginning to explore if anything comes into that silence. I've talked quite a lot in previous contacts and webinars and podcasts about the whole concept of mindfulness and meditation, and where I see that evolving from within me. And it is the lovely space that sits in between the outside world and me. It's that lovely void, that lovely neutrality, that lovely vacuum into which amazing things can arrive. And if you just go into it thinking, oh, I'm going to meditate on a particular topic, it's almost you miss the beauty and the essence of meditation. So I sit just quietly and calmly, focusing on my breathing, relaxing, listening. So I'm listening to very distant sounds that I might be able to hear outside of the environment that I'm in, and just tuning into what it is that's going to happen. And it literally is there, surrendering to that moment, surrendering to that neutrality, and just really enjoying it and embracing it. The next thing I do after the meditation is protection. I have a number of guides who work with me, and I'll talk to you about those guides another time. But those guides, I just literally call them up and ask them to perform maybe some functions and some tasks to assist me during the day. And if you're recognizing that you have guides, whatever you call them, however they manifest in your world, if you don't, then it's about thinking, what do I need for me? What do I need to enable and help me perform at my best and at my optimum and be the best person I can be today? And what kind of help and assistance do I need? Because some of that might come from beyond me. And this isn't talking about other people helping you. This is just purely identifying, from an energetic perspective, what kind of energies do I need to actually help me through my day to day? The next thing I do then is I focus on my life map. Life map is something that I have talked about many, many times, and this is my life journey to a desired destination in the future. So I have a vision, I have a step-by-step path that I'm taking, and you'll find the details to life map in the link below this particular recording, and that will enable you, if you choose to go on that journey of creating a life map for yourself. It's the first few steps in Life Map. Life Map is a lifelong journey, but there are some very simple things you can do to start yourself on that journey, and it's just the most exciting, the most engaging, the most energizing thing that I think you could possibly want to do. It's just a great experience. So I dip into Life Map. I just do it as a little bit of a reminder as to kind of where am I going, what am I focused on, what things do I need, what things do I want, what kind of things am I looking to manifest in my world. And Life Map shows me visually what those things are and kind of the things I have to focus on today to enable that lovely future that I'm envisaging in time. And then the final thing is energy, and that's where I take on energy from eating and nutrition. So my starting point in the day, and I've shared this before, is my daily smoothie, and I juice a lot at the start of the day, because I find that sort of juicing, getting that right balance of nutrition coming through, it's just a wonderful start to the day. And most days, not every day, but most days I'll be assisting that juicing and smoothie process with porridge. And I'll add loads of different bits and pieces and fun stuff into the porridge. So it's not just a standard straightforward porridge, but all of that is sugar free, and I make the conscious decision that sugar doesn't come into the equation, because if you do this for a period of time, you'll find that actually you can start to taste the real food, and you can start to taste the real porridge in the ingredients that you put in there. And that for me is such a lovely thing, and it's so much better and so much more powerful than trying to kind of sweeten everything up. Let things be their own natural flavour, and you'll find that a sweetness will come through from even savoury things. Yeah, it's just incredible how you can retrain your taste buds. So that is the start of my day, and as I say, I'm going to be producing a program that will help you to identify what works for you. I'm not saying this is for everybody, I'm not saying that you should be doing exactly what I do, but if you keep it simple, think of some kind of stretch, set an intention, meditate or take a little bit of time for figuring out what it is you want from the day. Understand what kind of protection you're going to need, either through guides or through something else. Figure out on your life map what today is going to contribute to your future. Because if you don't add value with today, it's gone and you're never going to get today back. So it is really important to make sure that you're living every day to the best. And then start with the right energy. Forget that piece of toast. Honestly, that piece of toast is not serving you. Think about really good nutrition, and make sure you hydrate as well. You know how important that is. So keep your morning routine really simple. SIMPLE. Stretching, intention, meditation. What's the next one? Protection. Life map, and then of course energy right at the end. So keep it simple, enjoy your day, have a great day. Hopefully you found this a little bit interesting, a little bit intrigued to find out more. I will be sharing a lot more about this program, which will be some little bite-sized chunks of things that you can do to develop, or at least start to develop, some of those really good habits. So really excited to share that with you, and I will catch up again with you very, very soon.